Okay, Abusia Top Radio 103.1.
Jesus Christ, the Son of the Living God, come for the word inside.
Yemamunyina June and you made Makwa by the bar, the final point you made here. So,
he was in Galilee.
Yatina see, oh my God, and what draining moons and some said, "Be your member, ye me as much my Juye." For what said by your said by your Nadia, your member draw. Ye betting some head there. That they be assembled by any watching ye. When Kabunku, when can you find? I dream back of Bencrum. Now, man, it's Metumpong. And when in a DBS, Solania Transport Top 103.1, the final point you made so. And then Monday, 25th of March 2024. I do Munyanko Podium Konya, what you're saying. 97 golden country as answer baby with the Kajagum, best of Agis and on Crumble. The friend of the Senator and Jim Parima Dum near Shea to the meeting come. Yes, I am the only senator on radio. It's me from the top man. It's a media man, Kwabena Owusu Ajimai, a man of the governor. Yatrasi and some hopper, I bet Dinko more. Our my way. I didn't go pon. Asaw ne ba ye kan ye nwe na ba kwa be bom sew Jesus Christ ase ya aduna na ofon so asan ba sew na ase kwa sew sa ni sew sa na afiaso Jesus Christ wo me se de be ye mu ba dwo and now it is a funny face in the car could nuncrofone work as one important funny face. David, I can say, well, you bone your face. Yes, because when you're some gay, I had dream papa. You say, Baby, Debbie, and Hoye. Almost so prepared himself almost Hoye. And they are trust your bedding come up, and what is some man penny? Nana, I do down Kufuado. I see a better. Tablets and also laptops and could be seen at the check for the best idea. A bed bomb and messing to me a cost room. I'm a chef figure no 3 million. Not just say, now Ghana did you for yes, and yes, Kakitua. And Penisi a beboapa and messing to me a conkain. Now, and no, so a bit more said there be a check for granite here and near my check for human sentiment. Now the laptop banner check for TV. Teacher city fear ebe ye day this which am say an baby edun ye see etu na moko ye ni me wi asesa na wa ye ka say worker boy ekobo South Korea say nkwada bi na ye nyina computer ya ye man kura no computer no mo fansuasu ade no mo so ntimi nkwa ni mu ebe di san komo na fe ya ji agyenkyira hodo pi a won so de eka ho ebie na what your future na Openi ahoy ede my mame Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman running mate the former president the leader of NDC na afutu yesi ate se hwene ebo yanim ye mu afutu apa no afa apenso awomfa na afutu obi wo ho a said the Bible aka say enkomo boni ni bi wo ha ese obrapa afutu no bo ese ne ma ohu because papa ya futu okotu yi chese akoye nsem bebrebe ama yese wono akra se mesremo mano ne pa ya mo mfa nchebe ebia se ne ese me kan na man kan yi obani ahoy Mami Grandis for na mu chese mami de won pe president e Debbie mami kra de 4 years so no Debbie won ko ba bia yenim se mo an amde ne ba ye de na wo kwa kotunufu a afutu abeka ye former president ni wo ehu afutu na ade ma obi afutu e kai obi wo se mami yenya ye running mate na bobo ho bibia betimi asi enye running mate ngwa na abedie obetime di president ni bi say the na no bi obi da sorry ya no ye president no bobo ho na emre sa e da form sa ebi hu ni say opani ahoy woni former president will be security and I say chese ebi hu ni say ase asem no uka na aka wo se ekwan efo aso a the former president John Dramani Mahama beye mampani wo maimu eho asem kra no yen hye dan kan wi abusuafo aka mo de party fo aka mo de wo mo ya against so aka mo de na no kra bi kra mampani wo ebe ka asem foforo kra enti sebe obi afrimu am obi aba beye mampani a ye de afutuo eja hoy ye de afutuo de ma obi odi kan so eja oba ne dey because eya afutuo de ma ne se maame waba no 4 years ne so a John onko biem enti so betumi agina pre ami ato aba ne bi di amawo enti we de enkan se da nya hu bi asa se bobo awo ho enya running mate nkwa na betimi adi wadi 72 kura mampani ote akunya so wadi sei bobo awo 4 years do you betimi adi bi mampani agufu adi ni years ai edi bobo awo na asem na koya asem a yesi bi mu na agi aginem eno mo kan yesi ye kan mo kan den de mo kan no mo kan mientie bi eya futuo krogen ena papa ese wode mama mi se mama enye running mate nkwa na ebo se brabedi wadi 2020 anye yi 2024 edo okọ yenim se 2024 ahoy asem no se de tie bia John beba John ba bobo aho bibia betimi asi de ha dwene bibia betimi asi na ode share ho no ene na ye issue no bibia betimi asi no ene yentimi hu ade betimi asi because ya ba na ye beto de ankese nka aka sa John di 4 years wi betimi aba e simple ba bibia betimi asi no de pa na betimi asi e de be pa na opani ahoy ye betimi asi na no aye koyi running mate NDC running mate ye de professor bae no ensema dodo no e kan se ane John ya de pa san se binim wo ho a omoda yesu nyina se John be di 4 years ni wi a na nkomo aba na mbom no wanyi obi a oyi maami we di ono 72 odi we wa ono obere be di president wo mba me di bi edi enim se wo ko but owura ho ya me ate ase se abebi be wukura na eso enti no professor bobo aho nkrofo se papa ne kan sa asem na maami nanim asesa am se anya ne de ayan des wonyama pani a woni na odi yenti afutu no ode maaye no na yenhwe se papa na o wadwemboni bi o wadwen bi taachire yenti afutu no mra.
I was not prepared to be president at that time, but nature schemed things in such a way that President Mills had to give way to John Mahama. Anything can happen. So, Nana, be ever prepared, like your motto says. Be ready. Anything can happen, and you can become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Yeah, Nana. So, I was not prepared to be president at that time, but nature schemed things in such a way that President Mills had to give way to John Mahama. Anything can happen. So, Nana, be ever prepared, like your motto says. Be ready. Anything can happen, and you can become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Yeah, Nana. So,
hey, of Akwesi away. Papa Akwesi away. Eyan kokraba na say ede yan. Ana yenyini. Am say yenyini o. Because statement ne hu. Ede afutuo nie. Hey. Mo ya man krofo aso mo kan fa. Former president hu na amanfo adwena ye bibia ho. Said your motto to an ever ready. Because former president John Dramani Mahama na you know say obey man penny name nature na say Professor Miss Makwan Moba intinana bo hey papa why we there mamema research akwa bana eja omo ana bia on betimi dia to yi ko ba bia dai die eye fratform say yen kokrabo say yenyini o say otan o say ye de ben o say ye ni brebi o say ye chinchina atwa say maamno de be di president wo krom ha o ana asa chinchina twa je na professor na je no event say je no o de bedim akwa person o de di mampani we krum ha because mo ntimi ani bi no me so mo last hope ni maame no
okay
am say sa na me hu no because ye yi obi ani bosume me ensa ba na kra nya nkoto ye o menya me ye vice president wo de afuto we tunitim
se on ka money
na nanu asabi obi ko wuye kra ye kan na confirm na de ehuo na hwan na kire bi na se bibia akwa akosi e be kan say
se na asi asi ani di na obobo sa obejai ye bo obi di nyai
ofa bi okuma so case ni hu
e bro hu so akwa bi wo se mumam de ehie obi ba wo se mumam de ehuru afa so e se ehuru afa so that is the politics ye politics no sisi no unse yama ya nya adwen bi se wo kan ansem bi a eni se ye wo kan na Ghana for value se wo akokoduru but I think it's wrong. Unse Ghana culture no we have not so detached ourselves from the clutches of superstition.
Yes
we are still superstitious.
Yes and we believe in it
yes e bin kan we superstition be bring kan we.
Yes
Mesi mo fa asibi ko soldier oye friends army captain o se o mu training ni u be guardian ye 24 hours one night 12 hours nko o ko the guardian ye ba na o se se bibia ni biase
nyansamafo no mo sori
no mo okoye no ehu bia na dan so se bibi be ye no ni ade na ne command officers masa ukọ akọpẹ adakanmana baako de efe pa de da so fa utu nu kura to baby na dwindwini niema bi ti se wahwe sini bi ne ade
na damo aso
efi be 12 ko na be fa ho na be fa de be chi na no ano ampa de ni tie na abuno zi
ofa me se tafo asiye on se fitafo ma organizing omo enti ho na me ko hu se ni pet me da asiye ma ne yi because na ye de atu etrim se asiye de enti ye nkwara nyina e bobo ne ko da sie ya je se okope nipa bi mpanifuo bi
ni akwafa bro
tafo sie ye ho na fe be hu se boy sie duro wi a no makoda na ne so da ha enti ye believe niema brebe bi a eni ho de ne mum still na no ye ogidie wo niema ho
eni se ye ha ye ho kra ma me mo example baako na me ko Lagos na ye fa wo be fa Togo Benin na Benin no asie bi wo kwan ho krobi aneho uta neho a sie na ka ne kose na ade asa driver no musi adurasie ba wanka nche ma no ka che me man se adurasie mu de mu ye me man tin mu ka che mu ko pe be da e man de ye kasisi a asem ye ko pen na no sumi ni e da e ma ade achi ye ma no hu se afi no mo tietiem no bi be mo sa ye mo wi
ma da wi
ma ade achi enti de mi kan se we penyi na wutufu a mind the superstition ezi ura hoy manu osumirim bibia ye ura mahama you be suspect asubia na enye wa ebia na ne bra na asoso beko ena batase mo kan so that say atoda in the political domain no ya we na we become so over enthused or enthused say the kingsman some I mean from fan the kingsman by the vice president na nani agye abroso wani di bebrebe no ahwe ya
no aka de enka
ye wonum bi yesi akokwa abrunso ni refreeze akroma retwen no so we feel who and those things coming and me say papa no innocently he might say oni adwen bia say ura mahama akwa bibe to no kwam do have no intentions
but of a foot no asa papa ni de work kan referring back to said you see here ma de chin ya former president be here mampani enti na fees update ko bibia betmesi and bibia betmesi no
Senator,
was repeated in the statement.
Senator sa semi o kan America any problem o kan Britain any problem because mu gidi you say ubia we have the mortality ubetma ko ne ya African phone ko no problem African kwa na obidi 90 years na ko ne ba kwa brochie to ka abre na ka na ya to abre ni ndini so owu a yeso obi na kun 90 years Africa that is our problem still we have not come into terms of our life conditions se time so abeko wo bra wo do baby also worry wo do say we can not come to that terms of our life.
But of us say can't terms of our life say the okay there na Professor Jane so koja John Mahama
what catch you
say you can in terms of
but he citing presidents or citing presidents
bad presidents
when the president been bad
obi ewu am obi abedi ade ho say
African kwa na wuo eye problem African kwa na wuo ye problem abuchi wuo a almost spending more than 3 days on you.
Yeah.
Who is a former president of Italy Berlusconi what you did be the family ni kakra bi na ekosie no that's all ahan yesuso obi e wuo so yen ene yesuso obi e wuo so
because your mamre ni en culture no na training
ye bi film ebi wo mu atwam enye ti se obi wo a na say ohima bi wu asantemam wo she free gimu a be 60 so tufo be ya no wo se dey mun kosie no mun sie no wi a mun si hini and it force them say and am say o mun person be sie ansa na esi ohini nti o munya ohini e ma no e enso nanka oda kwa na yatwima so ba buso mu so tufo ateki seb say man sie no me obi akosie no wo yentimi obi she free gimu sa and it force them say o mun right your culture ni bi o wa yenye amend society is amenable society bi on make amends bi on progress eni me bi on we bi afrim na de bi abeka ho matters is for and the two of us say efru a ye siri pe wo ho atwam any stu ni pe twetwa no ye ni nsu ya te na koma wo so siri pe tete ndi ndi no mo siri pe se no mo hwese bi abesole eni yedi ka pa ye dwa no nsuohie hyehye se wo wi a you ne di atoa ni awenwa hwese ebia na ekoma na wo no e be se ye do ya da no fish before be ba no ye kun wo wi kura kun ye kun second time e wo first hospital what ro because what be be do ba se no ye yu niema ni wia woni so tetewa untimi mpie
akwa kra be sa kan hye ho
debi body no wa there are a lot of people a omo so be ko no wo hwe said we see adane ne ho a no apre ebi wo mo pre bi musu be ko na ni su sin so mani ase obi ani ho endi akun dada na Methodist vote you for say me haye ho ewo ene ate ase endi society progress yakọ enimu no eni bi ho a ye nti ase se ebesi papa na sema o kan no me de sami pa me hwe no iya tu obi ya and he's telling Nana say as vice president you are take over person you are take over
but if say
candidate
you are take over candidate or vice be say man penny ni ho a wona abetras no wahwe if the statement ne focus on side na nkeye with that setting that president be a asi baabi e dey ba be kan asem na ma na ye hu say ebi a papa na dwin nyina ne say manu susimina so John bewu ama Jane ababe di ade
wo bia say nyame media make say woni adwin bia bia ne na sibo so afan ono asem se ni na sibo bi su no kana asem ono asem ye ne nye afi ne ko titi mu wa ba ma apology ante sa basila manfo yes say ono asem se bia John kai o kai John se kwa fa so a obi ebedi president obi so betu afa so sa kwa so obedi president bia o kai no bia ne sibo so no kai no
we sadi we IGP ntimi mem enye fear and panic to John so
fear and panic say
na asma
enka kai onka kai no sonko kan se bia on de enka ne pe senka betumi abasa ade ne fear and panic ba o see nature so no o hefa one ba o chi nature ma ho edom say nature and scheme affairs ma owura John be president in bi no nature can equally scheme the same affairs.
Is that the only way Professor Bitma be president?
Oh, what say? Said you see history says history repeats itself. Any day can be repeating. And walk at John and Mammy Nina. But I saw a catch no I'm going to catch it or catch Johnson or Ramahama or catch it. Said the everybody president will be business as Africa can so be the president.
You say no on your day.
Hey, Opa Wanya. osira onyai na onko tell baby but medium feel say or share the mortality of mankind or cannot me sana me hunu
yeah to say the what church mu to a certain point na me to ase but baby amene na nya adwen pa ne say o emphasize on how John be ye pre
nkaka ye keke nkaka ye
o fa nkaka we anya o
nya ni say
nya ni say kwa pa emphasize o
na o ti wonum so
sure me ni
enim ka say o chere bia wo ma ha o ma ka money
me ni problem ba
so baby otimato o chere bia me ma
fine but so ka chere me say said the no aso esi ama adwuma no so kina bia wontimi ma adwuma sa ene
ehu say
yes because they not just
say me ka chere say asoma esi ama adwuma o kina no minim kwa ofa so o ma na betimi ato akwa na betimi ato na mdim hu ahyem we ne hu nhyem
ba say baba ne kan say said the asoma esi antimi anye say
what's in nature
won so betimi afa
what's in nature what the manager and nature na decide nature can also decide say ya dia bibia betimi asi said the owura mama ene ne vice edi your friends say omudi ba ku wi bibia asi sa na bibia so ntimi asi entinya de nya big deal bia
mama ntie last one am say masum keka me
mama kan krata na laptop na aban teacher no nya
mama ntie just seconds bi na
I was not prepared to be president at that time, but nature skilled things in such a way that President Mills had to give way to John Mahama. Anything can happen. So, Nana, be ever prepared, like your motto says. Be ready. Anything can happen, and you can become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Yeah, Nana. So.
Abisanti owura kwasi ahoy na nkasa abeka se wosra se ebia na no apa yemfa nche no bia na wanka ni intino ye de bisi o ebreso a ye besa ato so di sa nkomo ma sisi ayi de yenko yanim kakra ofa sisi ye de eni abie na mpe
se wati ase wo se people are offended sana wi asete se wo kan se miniachi a ebia no gino mu se achi akwa na mo ntia se mu nyae mu die na me se won se bia anko yi mo apology we say all the best yan ntum ni enko yenim but media me gidi se o se tia se mortality of human being die wo nipa mentra asase nye wadwen se wo betina ase a kirebo
ba ya Africa hade ade ba kwa yesura yenka wasem yewu so bia be ka so kina mewu ana ade kina mewu ende yesuru pa
wo so amara ko sisei o mu nya asase mo no wo so amara ko sisei eyade e kan ho yensua saa niema no enye bi wo se nsua enu tina yentimi nkwanim enu tina eduma bi a ye relationship bebre nya problem no yenkwala unza bruchi also ko dating also do baba ekoma abrantie bi also open asem omu kopie omu di 14 15 omu timi pie omu di omu nkomo papa no ni pakro ni pie enye saa de no abrantie ne baba bi hey ena ne we akola boni we dwamanfo na wa ya na ne bana atwene wo afimi ma wo na boy bi chifi wo no ne nanem anu susu yentiase nkwala ne duru sa time na the hormones working the pituitary gland no ebe pagya no ho a enti isa niema no akono no gutu gidigidi woni padua no enti abrofo no makwan between 15 to 25 no ne ahu ne wane ne nam BBC a mu papa no afre mu nyina me wo UK BBC papa no friend ni ba oni ni dieti waka chen say we promise you mutimi transia na mo ware a ye pese by 22 a mu wie university na mo ware a ye be ma mo ka one family side ba ko so be ma omo dan omo tinim ba ko so be ma omo ka that they promise unfortunately we want to na ga na nyim ye do you know what they did area na ga na tino omo din command anchor Wales but near was Ireland only command anchor was Wales ga the wu ye no omo din ba wo bai and only boy no ebe omo ye traditional no omo so traditional o omo esi omo nye normal wani omo ye no omo boy ni girl ko tena another place omo ware omo kuto omo ba omo ma no omo ti akola no ma ga ni wi university e na omo ware no omo ko tena baby no omo do badi omo ba ko we so omo put things in order what I say no wo again wo a na ma me titi no ne wo afa no koma no wo fa bi ni bi no on free environment wo na ye ma onya kwan se wo ye osua eti ya wo mosua osua bibi o nsua na onya free para de enye sa ni man na ninia teacher fo a wo be ka bi me wi me de na me ma sole teacher fo a omo ye stakeholder major stakeholder omo na tren kwala na di o
yeah
omo no mo nche laptop mo mu wi omo so mo grievance say timetable nkwala ni timetable mo change ni mo nka bibi ankyere mo why say green and go one mun ko say mun ko time say ya makwan ya to school mu you are not respecting the people who are the major stakeholders of education and they no ya ba no mu ye o enye papa enye fe also nipa na o chade no many who say we mu ba close time
we teacher fu edidi me na de be kira de man koda no so hu ni ho a e be nde because say we ye tablet ye de man koda say be boa mo manim han se o mo say de wiase ekoi na say yes ye physical nyina nkoma kire fo say ye ma wo mo allowance ye ma wo mo ho anwa ye mo ho anwa ntino ye nto tablet ma ye ma
tablet ni ho no then they produce tablet. You are not looking at the basics of technology. It's the brain and the produce is the chalk blackboard and a produce all these things. And mama yen can say the basics of education is tablet. No. It's the quadratic equations na the calculation you know. Sa basics no. And no na a produce sa man. What I say? Without these logarithms no sa man basics you can't produce those things.
Let's say we are see let's
do the basics. You can never European education, they never overlook the basics. Before the tablet based on them, then they start with you. Quantum mechanics, physics, all these basics, you know. When you have the basics, then you can build on. So the basics like the tablet teachers, and the approach we as I'm snack of a calculator from they don't worry. Almost see unima sa uni simultaneous equation calculator can calculate the answer. And they don't care. Say we work for calculator. The basic is the methodology. And the answer says that the education, the foundation of the education is the methodology, not the tablets. So only methodology now. Say when you say factorization of quadratics now. Unima the tablet is useless. And let's stick to the basics. And no more the basics in the man kwalano and ye teacher for no. You teacher for no talk. Teacher for me accommodation. Because Banju, when say primary school beyond basic education beyond basic need JSS. JSS beyond teacher no what compound. Yes, see big bundle and our team. Teacher for no omu na ho no mo ti obi anko ba bi nya to wala fa school no. Ti akwala bi pon no aka school no amudi se mo na teacher na to so hu mu ye mo yenya. What I say? Yeah. But teacher accommodation e wo hin. Uko a primary school JSS and sa ase ne da ho sa na nkrofo nkrochi e bi containers sisi ho na teacher fo nya bi ntra aban ne mfa ho.
O sa aban ne gusu a
o si ni wo hin. Mama e wo hin mama ye oba ya soldier for osibia police for teacher for the way. Can you point one camp compound or teacher for bangles I'm all.
Who says senior high school or more years, teacher for the
teacher for the senior high school for first ones you will see when the old ones in this way. Teacher shortage in Ghana is 50,000 teachers. Teacher shortage. The input of the system, no, the core input, major input, you know, the teacher, the tutorials, no. Academic work. So when you go university, then you see the academic work. Two people ensure the effectiveness of academic work. You go university, your lecturer and your supervisor. Lecturer ensure the practicals, the project work, the supervisor determine the project work. Gives you the understanding, the perspective of the coursework. Yanti education ase.
Oh, say minister we there obo.
Oh, ni mu onu wayira kura wayira.
Oh, aduchum.
Wayira.
Oh, ofa. Sanya aduchum asanka free senior school kran kaje yense.
Free senior high school.
Smart project we. Ghana project here dey buy here ma tablet ni ade ade ebeboa ama eye
free senior high school chebe adwuma yanti ase say teacher for na omo ye free senior high school omo na be ma free senior akola no e betina classroom
na bibia ye informa teacher for manager for dia
na wa mu ni informa omo because teacher no onu na onya comforter or perform or check na the year then the results comes because or check the year na akola na tiase yeah timi chia esu ade nyina is because we have good teachers at this thing middle school. Your foundation was good because the English it na wa timi kan ne ma tiase enti wudi ba secondary school no ye ba na brofo no ni ntimi nka international school for no bitie but do form ten no say ye super
because na foundation ni ye
yes edu time ye twa wura no kan na wa tiase no na the international school for na dey because no e sokumamini the definitions here the mom factors here the mom no yesu de ya wo kan no ahwe factors no compare definition why say e dey do that point no that is additional idea the same happen at the university enti ye mo teacher for no eni mo kan no foundational o say wo be school da mo time no wo cross mo time wo bone be no maka eno dan tia wo mu allowances also the mom no wa with odu umfa mom ena wo de utua nkora ne fie SHS na wo de utua omo de omo didi omo teacher for no omo de omo didi no ma be kira de kwala no kwa no so mo didi be tena ka so na teacher no wo de koma be gina wo kira de na teacher kom de no wo be kira de obato papa so anu tina de bia ne yentimi nya more than friends say 70% pass at the work because most teachers are peeved so that's it okay intimacy aban ni ntia say distribution of laptops obi anka senye obi anka say your friends say kwala no free SHS nye but don't overlook the teacher performance the teacher support the teacher needs don't overlook it
okay
when the teacher is in comfort they perform we get excellent performance from the students
all right media masam kakra me kan but tablet ni laptop e se be chama students ni say abanem pe eni papa or the laptops ni tablet e papa beba because laptops na e chama teachers no enye papa yes me wa vie teacher ni laptop na dem enye papa adeness aban trans me yakofa laptop hwani we e de ba se e chama teachers ya boka
sabi the what you say the government does not respect teachers
but it say ye kofa de aba ye mfa papa mfamra
the government does not respect teachers so respect to omo obebo quality new generation compete say I tell those things you know ubetimi amomo quality one what I say the me person me can say education no yan nko an laptop no nko awo the methodology the information the quality information the understanding of the teacher the comfort of the teacher in presenting certain this thing syllabus to the students a very cardinal to the education teacher no tiase no nimade no kire wade a what to say me say wo bon what I say but anya sa na no teacher ni no oba no de amemremfi no tutu papa so nkwara no ade na onu so on tiase so da say de tutu papa so sa no kwa kwotwotwo no ho
all right enti abusia top radio 103.1 final point jumadi na yeguso no na eye kwadwo dankwa asmani ewa ha from MPP communication team ono ewa ha say enche yene na bedi nkomo na sabe de yankwa ahoma so na yeni nkomo kakra yene Norbert Gbogbochi ono coalition of your consent teachers yene no eni nkomo kakra enhwe Norbert tuti yenka ye moadwo e de ba final point so
ejo hene mejo so
yes
de kakra o me background
yes mama ti that's it aban smart project ya wodi be ya or the laptops e beboa man kwada ya disua ayefo na wo nso atimi aboa te ne ma sententem no teacher for mo te ye na eye mo sei
da se bebre me tia wa tie fo na enyumre akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ deɛ anything ɛbɛba ɛbɛboa yɛ adesua na ɛbɛboa nkwadaa no mfomtuo no ɛyɛ adeɛ a yɛni gye ho a yɛfii sɛ yɛyɛ no yɛyɛ yie a ɛbɛtumi aboa ma nwomasua akɔ anim na ɛbɛnya the required human resource ɛde ama yɛ ɔman Ghana but ɛyɛ ana yɛ haw kɛseɛ ne sɛ abaya na mo a utuo ɛfa digitization ɛfa sɛ ɔfa so na wama education akɔ n'anim no yɛyɛ susu sɛ krɛsɛ yɛ ana oyi quality ɛde si nkyɛn na wakɔ for quantity anaasɛ qualitative methods no you just see on a cover quantity, and that has been our problem all this while. Because there are projects I know in the education sector. I know trying to say Mukia to crew a full or choose to crew no baby on that munso. And that is exactly what is happening with this particular government. Mimi feel say in because Odia nimu se oba be man kwada na laptops no eyese nipa na odia nimu be di atretrefo tika at the end laptops no be sin na ema me no better me na work as a be create the automatic 3 years rementan ka laptop make a group bi so one groups be ko be 4 and 5 e do so be bre tika ko egum no be bre samples getting to about 50%, and some kind. Ain't we are Korea vice president in the idea anymore. Emma, free SHS. The books who ako achi ewo curriculum and then I say for ya so there are no textbooks. And the I am one say, Obi awabedi atejere fuesika onti provide laptops of 300,000. Atejere for nitika adiu. The onti provide laptops for 300,000 teachers. Also about provide laptops for 1.3 million students. How can this be possible? How can this be possible? And atejere for the news, they assemble about 1,000 teachers. And they tell us, so we laptops in are ready. And we are giving out 350,000 laptops to teachers. At the end, between 3 years down the line. And this I see I'm making 400,000. I are available. And one money this is also one of the issues. Then secondly, I find the project it has to be piloted. And I'm the teachers to be an piloted, and the few that got it, say, you never did it, the parts are not available. So, and I think for the home, and this your friend is saying, a school for non so the more to that, the teacher for DNA is powered by AC, which is the power electricity. But we know our solar powered machines. In here now in here no laptop no na ready to again. And now say the charging system no na ready to again. All these things will have to be piloted, so that you know the bottlenecks that might arise out of your friend saying the usage of the product. So you know how to. Then thirdly, what sign our fourthly, what sign to say laptops and it is the property of the ministry, and that use if you are no more the apa. Now me disaster textbooks are the man Quadano. Don't want to return those textbooks when they are going home. And Obi a want to provide textbooks, I have no to provided for 1.3 million students. Want to provide textbooks, but also Sabria will be provided laptops. It doesn't make sense.
And see, laptops here. Yes, see, a debaman quadano teachers no. And near my laptop no so. ene said the mo be ya adwuma no mo no ya factor in say ebi afa ne ye ba be kire mo ana say munim bibi about it.
And I make sure it is a whole process. And Kasa, some more can do almost a new thing or with good laptops and so. No more books are a teacher of my dear that a far the test rules, past questions, and then answer for no moody. I don't think that there is a required training that is needed for the teachers because teachers and Ankasano, a training through the provision of the laptop, yeah, MIA, and so do one training. One was said here. And I think no, there's no problem. But you see, some degree, say, you be young Korana, secondary school, in Quran. Sir, if you want to provide this kind of gadget, you see, you are neglecting the basic aspect. The basic schools need these gadgets the most. The free kindergarten, class 6, about DHS, you know. We are not thinking about them in any way. Free SHS in the secondary schools, laptops in the secondary schools, Wi-Fi in the secondary schools. Because yes, we are neglecting. We are just upbringing unfit, your friend is saying, children into the system because at the basic level, no, it cannot be corrected in the secondary school.
And Crawford can't mean say teachers no more can be asenka. Teachers ni mum no, mo welfare ni mo ye die ni nsema mo kasa aban na nyama mo nka no mo hia sese sinse aban no for laptops na de aba.
And America says, and Koyana, why in here and getting in here at the same time. I'm with the any here saying, because some of we, the parents, you know, teachers, you know, we are also parents. And I want to mean, Kasa Sabi, your friend is saying, yet you and Saya, you can handle the two concurrently. But for the American, when you are working on certain things, you use scale of preference. Then secondly, you also use qualitative method. So a jack of all trades is what? You can example. I say it's something of none. You think you are doing all at the end, you have done nothing. That is what is happening now. Abayana more with the education system. If we are not being careful with our education system, what will end up? And we will not get the required human resource. Already, the universities are saying that but when you put them on the scale, it looks as if the grades are not for them. Now, when you go to your friend and the associations that are recruiting these graduates from the universities are also saying that they will have to spend 2-3 years in training your friend is saying these people graduates. For the job. It means that we are not doing the right thing. It simply means that we know your political slogan. Oh, flagship program, we don't think through all this. Now, every year, program, our shortfalls, which are as we are going for, we are providing Wi-Fi. Yes, we are providing Wi-Fi. Because research, it's about only 50% of the schools in Ghana, secondary schools that have gotten the Wi-Fi. Even that one, it is not functional.
Norbert, you better say, you say, on a top radio, Edin Como.
Medasi bebre enki yansha na ye ndi elemu na se ba project ba ko na ebe ya yenye ni na sa so ne de emfa emfa
ye da se na nyame so enka mo papa bisia for Norbert Gbogbochi coalition of concerned teachers opani ba ko na ye no Edin Koma ono so de na dwenche de aba fa laptops aban eso obeche de ama school enkwada no se dem di ka eka ye ne se NPP communication team member ɛyɛ kwadwo dankwa asmanin awufie ha ye baba to aso ne yedin ko ne mamenka wo se NG Bakery original pan no hyew mesro nwumre wu kofi abomodin apebi ne fato kam fa kofi nkora ne gi ho pa mpanin so pe esan se pan no da ha 1 week kura mpa de tie na tie ɛyɛ abofo bread ankasa sugar bread cocoa bread wheat bread ene butter bread ne gina wonsa ebetumi aka bi ɛyɛ NG Bakery original pan no hyew medimafo eba clinic osigi said wo anade asie no Dr. Time da so yade bia hyew ada wo so ache bia no wo de koduru ho a wo de time beto yade no so besa yade sisi yade kotodwe anase stroke oba be ma wo pa wo so baage sakora na beda yafunim ansa na bibi kura mpa ho a watimi atua bomodin Africa kra bi ko na ekodwa resa poku ase mayira eho na abehu medimafo heba clinic grow track se mfanto anim boja pade ho ban bomodin so de tracker ebe hye wo car no mu wato eye tricycle wato uber na wato car bi trotro mpo di ama obi a omodin a se de ebe ya number bi a obetime no ani adi akiri na watime ehunu na sika nya enna form enti wanya sika na odi akoto car na bibia bo ho ban bomodin a se oni grow track for grow trackers for bedi nkomo na omatime aboa se de ebe ya obetime anya bi 0244 287 565 0244 287 565 na oni grow trackers empanifo edi enkomo Pepsodent enwa anopa anwumre enkwada empani ade a yede poyese achese boa mu onum da ho eyi sebe pampan bi afiri onum eyi niema ne keka bi abose ho ban so eye Pepsodent bomodin ase obeto toothpaste a enye Pepsodent na emmoa woni obisua nyina embo mo ho eban yesu dem power batteries mesro ko peka battery papa fasu car ne so car battery aye na African weather achisi su car ne so a eche edemam chloride azide battery 9 to 33 plate ewo ho wose bomodin ase oba se ya bobo ya eye taxi eye trotro eye truck akese bi obia wo size ewo ho aboso kan GCB ya dem ho a na abehu yesu dem power batteries 0244 666 857 na onomo edi enkomo abisia top 103.1 the final point mamema asmani akwaba na yento aso obani akwaba
ya
na apom ti say
yanko podom
ye de radiasi
adom ego so shai
ye de radiasi pa mama sha sem fi laptop ya ansa na mako de aka no so aban se o provide laptop 1.3 million de ama students ye teacher ni ba ko kasa wote nipa ebebe ka ho asema eche se ade no se ya anhya se amfiri baabi ni amfa nkowie baabi a de ebeye nyina na beye kwa enti achechefo kasa tie atua nyema ho hia free senior school yenya fancy baabi nwie free wifi yenya nya ni nyina nwie ba yese esa kofa we mu de aba ayema osima be se du na fe fa tie no free wona afi wi a yenko yanim
medase medical machia ya watiefo ene wahwefo mo show Facebook nyina machia me wofa weto se me se o jujwa ye ndi ato apaso
o boa mo machia mu nsem
say asem de chiemu ana so bua o de o yesi rough road na so but ya be fanesa I mean it's all part yina yeni sa ana mambo no ebe koyie the mechanic say machia kade mansinfo nyina kade constituency for machia obia MPP ma na machia me say ene mapa egu akwema eba
okay
amo bibia now breaking the 8 no it is possible, it is highly possible. Yeah, my sister go first at TB wins no possible see it me break here
go first at day
NDC
ade
oh I want to the ahoy
corona saba bi wana
want the ahoy
o de bi me laptop no asemasa
laptop unprecedented even see that
emayo
ebin sida okromase
emayo
me say ebin sida okromase in the history from Nkrumah tamana population the Croatia krano ebin timiensi MPP aban baba ma yadwen schoolfo adwen because we believe in education you know we say education betimi o parent the mawa obintimi influence
no cre
ko jawo dan o jawo bibia na wuja ho abusua betimi agye for so anaso wonni nim die mpo a obetimi asisi wo agye wo property from so
Yeah.
but when you acquire knowledge you can make hands meet for yourself. And the education the number one topmost priority. We share and then kwalaya more free SH so more school ya. A year on my penny John Ajekunku for my penny John Excellency John Kofi dear wo Ajekunku for Emma. Some of 2000 I warm. A year from 2000 a warm. Amunya free maternal care
2001.
Yeah. Amunya free maternal care. Amunya a year free basic compulsory education. Some of a school feeding program. Korea come wasemi. Amunya free meal our primary school. Amuye amunya dom yamamu quality education. The fry mobedu JSS. Ekwa ban for buy on my education system no. A man is uncle na chi. Another uncle for us buy and obesom. Also the free SHS as buy. Satana mo for na BEC. So they benefited from the free SHS. Some of an almost start I am free maternal care. MPP a join team member for a train for a train the taxpayers on. Say what you are for tour am buying, and then I buy a bit amount in return, as in tax relief. Be once at least you feel say once your contribution to the nation building, you're also benefiting from not just a few people, and nobody or minus one for so, but a few BM so and for so. And the 1.3 million laptops are yeba chichama free tableting. When you if you be a become. If you be and this is for fee more of a call pa as I say free maternal care by no more pa and she more of a call. Uchi Rebecca say I don't know young to your boat Anna almost because say yeah catch your car say more bagana for laptops Guala mighty me a mom. You muchantro.
And you see a which is which a campaign promise near fulfill and a necessity.
A necessity. We saw it as necessity in by a manifesto, by a campaign promise by a year Dr. Muhammad Dubama, the decade Talman. And no more chance that Ghana's economy is moving on from analog system to digitalization. First, we go commercial bank or more, book Cassiano, or you scanning out room. You can sit at the comfort of your home and do all transactions without even going to the banking hall. Maybe I will soon and send me see banking hall.
Yeah.
So what I say, you move Ghana to the first class ward in Chrono. Got job you get there. If I'm afraid I chomo every moment sa tablet. I was so shocked. Maybe about 2 years. Our tablet.
Yeah.
Kitwebi. Oh, they share the program Coco Melon, blah blah stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
Now, Obana kola 2 years. Papa ya ojas when Obana 2 years. Dia kola ne de tablet ne na. Sometimes I sit down go like I say ye di ya ho abrosa. I find it difficult to even know. Obetima kola just say this place will give you colors. My 2-year boy can tell me this is mauve. This is yellow. This is that was like I mean 4 or 5 years ago, but I'm a brand new colors.
You any man red good green.
No. Me na maintain purple mpoda.
Yeah.
Say there's a violet in there purple. So I just say now 2 years. 2 years. I cra laptop. I cra on the tablet. Yes, animal we nyina also. And then abwana ma to say the no more so come no more the amount of alphabet. On what to make an alphabet no. Okay, 1 2 3 no do 6 what you John was 10. Okay, 1 2 3 6 was 10. So I say now my customer was now maybe what 2 years no was I able to read these things? No. That's why I'm going to be you understand? Well, what to me about this? Why I put through. Then one uncle obi boy and namely agro. But now we have moved from that aspect to a digitalized world. Everything that a child wants to know and is ready to learn can find on the internet and learn. So this tablets are going to improve students, on my decision, on research. First, you be lab, you be computer, or science lab, and then put a tikoponi binesi. Now say tikoponi is on your son once a day, once a week. Now kwana musu bow, now kosoma was in him king. You know what I'm because over say no. I couldn't cap to even press we need to for you to get a cap letter. It was so difficult for some of us when we were growing up. What do we turn laptop in the channel? Me. But now a child who is 2 years can handle these gadgets. Just say yamba MPP yamba anka Ghana education system anka ye diabro. Number pay say if the methodology is not there, 1 year when the methodology now be fast or be children no. And the could na so the child and in suni one ma how can the child know?
Say engineer need no be student come on so can say laptop he mahuri from enkwada no ne GSS phone hina na mokwa akoche e de ama ayifo. Meanwhile no nkwala no so anka bi omu hia say de wo kan say akola na ko do school me 2 years 3 years na nka bi e de amma na hu basis ni ade ansa na watimi de akono ya jump
ana ye no see enka se wie.
Yes, that's every rubber.
Yeba. Maybe we must be free market the universities. You understand? They have to get the knowledge before they even get there. So that's it. Yeah. So maybe let's start with the pilot with them. If we come to the junior high schools, and then the lower primaries can also be considered. But as to questions, he raised some genuine questions. As to the supplier now or supplying, will the person be able to supply that kind of quantities to government? I don't know how the procurement process went even back on winning that contract. Because the education minister, if he's aware, say it's the same person or by supply teacher for no laptop or went to me for failure supply laptop and they still went ahead and then give the contract to that same person, then have a problem. Seriously.
Laptop no dey buy do na dey good.
So I say because laptop no say buy no say they can't even repair them here.
Yeah.
I say what's to command the manufacturer or whatever.
My wife didn't mean connected to Wi-Fi. Me the coach ni even say TikTok has say coffee they can't do anything about it.
So I just say well I think say whoever the supplier is going to be or whoever they have awarded the contract to, I'm presuming say it might not be the same person as all can. Okay. Because so be when you challenges with the same gadgets and never now you still don't go ahead and then give the same person the contract to supply that number of 400,000 but it's finding difficult to supply. Yeah. So I say the how much more say Obabe supply a year 1.3 million. So what I say so 1.3 million a year we should look at the person or supply the Minister for Education Honorable Aluchum. Yeah. I'm calling on you to look into the matters whoever the supplier is going to be. If it's the same supplier now or supply teacher for no laptops that challenges about one, I think that then you need to sit down again. Okay. Seriously. Yeah. I'm being honest. I mean without is there political alliance or whatever. No. Because Sebi tablet be me fie. Ya ba me fie na yewura. Ma me adwuma mfa. Abe yewura afaso ambaso. So whoever the supplier na oye no why dia fana say me you contract na ya adwuma na anya yi then you still go ahead and award me this road based on then whoever the winner why you didn't do your job well. Okay. So that's it. So but osha so far so dey doors be because now the way we are say kon the guitar we are say kon and you free the buy and sell economy to digitize economy. Which Dr. Mia is educating us yentias here. Say you move it to the digital ways economy.
Say ba say you who na you impact na and yetias.
So what I say. And a bank holiday ni. Which because the bank upon no I been at 2 AM you can still do transaction on your bank account.
So enkrofo bisa say mampani wa kan ebeba
smart school ade na ba Alandia was ebeba Alandia ba gidigidi wasi ade yo
wasa ka biem Alandia eba gidigidi
semba MPP nya ba ya ye be launch ade yenye no si yenye but say launch program no the smart school trust me Ghanaians will applaud us na maka say mo akwapa no kwarefo mo di kakre hu no kore entimo nto aso
that's it na mo break 8
ano
that's okay all right over kakra bi won waka bebre ye ne no better teacher ni edi nkomo
sila no say education Ghana for nyanchi ahye the bisa question me was how did we produce these computers? It is a blackboard and white chalk when they produce these computers. And I'm saying once more, what kind of education? Education is the articulation of ideas in a thought course. Akwala no wo the laptop ni shen sem no one guiding na. One a guiding. Exactly. So that is where the basic starts. Begin saying for no ideas into build Microsoft and all these things. It starts from the board. Calculus. And the akwala no wo the laptop ni shen sem no want calculus as here. Laptop no useless. That's what I want to
teachers know.
Yes. So start from there, the basics. Laptop no bien ka se hu yin. But one many pana hu ade na laptop no de be full form. Of obia bombis no be.
Ba said na asem say na ye ma senior high school we o kire be ya ma junior high then we are there aba. You
don't do that. Why? Policy education policy starts from bottom up.
Oh,
I don't know. You go to school as you university. We start from class 1, and you will laptop there, and we will start from a SS. What be that? It's bottom up. Development in the society is in educational structure. Is we call it bottom up and not top down. We'll be about top down. Be a wet. The bottom like up no and say kwala no amunu ebe board up JSS for ne primary school for no, they should be attuned to the ICT articulation handling. I was happy he was talking of cap, how to open, how to monitor, how to manipulate mouses and drawings and other things. Let's start from there. You kwala ni musa ni mani na, then you put up to the secondary school. So when you JSS Odu secondary school easy. So what you say o JSS? Kwala no mu very good at JSS. Omo na koye ICT ewo universities no. What I say? So the point is let's have the practicalities. There be a person you always want to jump the gun. You put the cart before the horse. Baby education here pa basics no. Masa say ya nkyere wade yie. Ne mo anti sa verbs ni clauses no ni the so 18 and phonograph no sa animal no west with similar pronunciation near that when yeah sa basics the course can school was over the bar my but yeah who person who more afefe there ni say who say we are more into theatrics. The theatrics of the academic populism. Na niema no yeah de near the ade no. The here pa ni agrone form English no akola no doesn't understand the singular pronouns of the English. What the laptop nation no does it say he she goes. One tiasia laptop no meche no.
Mati over me da say na yenko the next topic ni so na me pharmacy mani na fi omrem. Philibert Medical Center say mfanto anim say general OPD obana so ya obehwe no ahwe ye kama pa especially ma na mo eye how ewo sebe mo ba bi na afi so ma wodie mu ni ade no ko Philibert Medical Center Dr. Philippa Belfida no na won to no bo ase na won show de bia me ka say den na be de pa say woda yare paso na ye bo nyom sa ade aka ho is what ya pa no eti bomodin ne ko Nyameche Junction wo mo ebe eye Kata hostel ne ho na be hu Philibert Medical Center Dr. Philippa Belfi edan yes now
inspirational
me won kwatintin na me nyame ayanka me pro ne dase boko ne yesan yade a bonus kra obe ho beto osisi a Philibert Medical Center mo woni akọ Samu Spices fakakra gum na enye de na taste mrem ye was stew de ye was chicken ye was jollof ye was garlic de ho rosemary de ho ni nyina eboa ma aduane de koyie de de ne say ne no enye spices keke garlic de no emma garlic taste no ene ahode na ewom na nkasa samu spices yensaka operedo etre 0200502020444 samu spices na no mo edi enkobo ma menkwas mani so na fe obi na atu ni party bafo mo jejire mo afa no wake up tintintin interpretations chesafe na mo trance na mo ye kai ensem bebrebe na before mo ka do fa futuo kakra kwesi ahoy de ma professor
ebe da se am say mene na jena na yetu misafu ya kama bisa mu nsem bebre
onu na yetu ni fo nko bisa nsem
tiese said John Mahama ko adwuma no ye vice president they sign no ye president no ebi betimi ato wo kwam
nature
nature ebeto wo kwam na sange hwe owodi a anko nyina wa hoade anko pani bokoja akwara enso na de yesi aba monote na dada mponze de eti aya ho e kire yense Ghana for twa adwesi bi so we want to know the cause of the death of the former president for Fenton P.P. Atamos. What he is saying? If somebody becomes a state or a president, your money diao. Anything that your money can is no. And your bush and the confess case no. So you would have him, but your bush and or mine a trust budget to a year. And now I actually and say, and then the cool fee Fenton from Atamos.
Okan kudro.
Pass Morgan. O say nature.
Yes, you
Adamasa ko mu no.
Prof Ekoye.
Ababa prof Ekoye. Then ma prof uye.
O say ne so wo de no de.
Uti.
Kan di papa.
Enti mini John Mahama can ankama call the arrest of Ahoy. Mini John Mahama. Because who can tell me say Ekoye me predecessor for so uye no. Sa kwa no me so me for so.
Oh na say John wonim say den ya wo de wo.
Urade.
Onim say wo de wo. Ene won ka so won fa tuo
me say enye NDC a ankenya obi otiako president otiako nya so wo da.
Yes. Fine, but
etina awa so kire yen say Ekoye Professor Philip Fenton Atamos okozo okosan ho yare bad voice ombra oja ho baaye obedu ye yesi Dr. Siman kasa osime kasa yedi ko jina so ye interview onga jina yesi wewu amala wasin de merus min wuye papa so jina wakasa ni susu mbo free mu you could say na papa ekọ adwuma anajo anopa yante hu de betia ne se Professor Philip Fenton wo ka de ne ko hospital yenim ka ko ebi se ambulance ebi se pick up ebi se de ne ko 37 ebi se de ne ko kwalebu ebi se enne Ahoy etu ni nwa fantinifo se bua ho prepare yourself tia se mo ga wo se bua ho prepare say vice president na you know enye ho na wo president because at John Dramani Mahama obetimi ewu ko amu na obedi na ade enti na ewu pa na didi agro sei che utu we nyas efutu bia amfa ma professor my grandma, because like my grandma and my grandma are the same age. My grandma Nana Jane say one now man penny no then now kwem it's an say His Excellency the former president Selim Jata John Dramani Mahama okwa adwuma no vice president and ajo president etina na wo so ko no also baba ye president
o se bit ma say John we 4 years onko bi
onya ose anka wanfa fi fentam from de ni bamba mu mpodia na anka bi
to de ba na je so owu asem no ka ose sadie John Amani Mahama ko adwuma no ye vice president de chi o ko fie no aso in as president na tibia mo sesa ye no saa so na won so your home ready say NDC etimi wini abane dia which is impossible omutimi wini a on so da ma bia no John ebejama John be wu oh if we are making a reference to some say okay I'll say oh papa car na ebo papa no hwe ye car no ba timi abo I say onye wu asa na woka ka ebo papa ma papa wu ye na otumu say sa car no maintenance mu kra bia car sa car na beti wie kun a so wasa na make am wasa it is deaf e di now aya ahoy and the determination of this is serious. So with the determination on determine time but unse
what determine say
want to be chire say asebia asam no na bia sabe say nyini kakra ba mu say kokrabo kakra ba ne bia ankoye na ma
na ankoye
ya futu a eya kumama futu ade ma ne nua ba
say me manager mama baga anga me step down say me nko bio na ma tena sia me na no because me di akonya na ontu obi a me ne be ya adwuma no for say o bua ho na o betimi ewu no aba bedi ana aho enim Dr. John Dramani Mahama and the medical reports is he aware is he preview to John Mahama and the health issues say bia maybe he's preview to health issues so no say bia e be our timeline so at any given time be betimi see bia then fine. If only he has that information.
But say uhwe yen Ghana ya.
Na Kenya wanya na je na enyi sen na je enyi sen no.
Yeah, na
me papa baka say obeka say me hwe na papa me na papa be di bad. That's what we always say openi be ko na akwana be di but unforeseen sometimes it happens.
Yes, so that's sometimes as some
nature but who
nature can happen.
Nature can happen
also be president. So prepare yourself if Sadia this year.
Prepare yourself. This is Sadia this year. And I mean, this is Nyankamejayo. I'm here, this is Nyankamejayo party. No, say, what me at any position, the all Baba Bow, Ama, why successful in your tenure of office. No, all says you don't say, Ubeti me, which is the predecessor and who and they are. Hey, they're questionable. Ahoy needs to be interrogated. Maybe he has some information that we don't know. We Ghanaians, we don't know. Because what Timika say, Nada, I'm telling you to prepare yourself.
As your motto says, always be prepared.
As your motto says, always be prepared. Because going to 2024, wait to have a president. Because your mama went to work as vice president, came as president. So what killed my mentor, Professor Fifi Fenton from Atamas?
It's a nature. So I said, okay, say to Kwanya in enemies or Yare and firm no training.
Dabio Obayo.
And so by say or by Ukrao say, Ujina Wakasa, you know, who's
a prophetic way that make us 7 years physical. So what I say? So, well, sure. I did one ma. You find trada sao. Say me, your mama, a babusinia, and can Masama, ahoy. Say yes. Come as a man. Oh my God, Chema, the quantia. The American fan is on running mate. Also, was this and also about the president.
But, sir, I say, Fatuna or Mano. And Fatun and Siana, and Fatuma a woho, and see, catch them. And to say, what says you? Yes, because it be okay.
Yes, I was a player.
A bit my bass.
I am a reserve player. I do remember it. Say, I'll play on Pramabo.
And I omre. And I call you see some formation when you need to remember.
Rabbi, one cat was a voice. What said the John Atamuzu wu ye no.
O se betimi abasa.
What said the Atamuzu wu ye no.
Betimi abasa.
Aye, and your person wu. Abasa John wu. Now they are calling for people to die in their party to take over. Is that so? It's a political party. Now I'm afraid. We end this in Ibebu no Sisua.
You are not being fair to the man.
Oh, why?
Because you are belaboring the issue.
Okay, over my
Over.
You are belaboring the issue.
Over. Me say, per me understanding.
No, when somebody uses degree of certainty, you don't just abuse the words.
Over.
The degree of certainty is where you use maybe.
What's
And
that?
the maybe qualifies that it can happen.
Yes.
Or not happen.
And
Why are you refusing to look at the analogy of the West
that?
but only
and
based
draw
on say it can
conclusions?
happen.
Hey.
What's more game? What's it be prepared? As your motto says. Be prepared for what?
Prepared that it can happen. That the degree of certainty is there.
That maybe there. Maybe I'm a no. Ped audio I'm a no. Video I'm here no. I will general kasa. I will tune phone. What's it pair as your motto says? Be prepared. What's it nana? Be prepared.
For even eventualities. So
Because
it's the issue of
the amount of anti. Yambo table no. Yambo be a champion. Every will be a tuning in.
the way you are doing your politics is bad.
But
Yeah,
they
be
shouldn't
over.
say.
Every Evers will be
See how I say or say.
Evers will be a tuning. Evers will be a tuning to top radio.
Say prepare wo ho. Now prepare wo ho a. Say the be a John ebe ye president Ibrebi no. Ah no one ye na adwen say oba be ye president but BBC ye e bo be ye. E bia BBC betimi asi. Na won so wetimi aba. And just be focused and say also betimi president.
Me say botape no. Tape no. But tape na that is the someone can be.
Wait, I miss me
You were tuning on tie.
and ya can channel says
That be on our car. Reporter speech. Ma ono tie de papa na kasa kan.
What I say? Yetie, and yet as you are saying.
Me pay me tie ni different. Me tie ni doctor.
You know can some crew. Ya can say some na can. You know can.
The papa don chene say.
Papa so chene say. There is a cross, there's a maybe. There's
Me say me tie maybe ni ho.
You know him say.
Ya me tie maybe ni ho.
Maybe we are refusing to see it.
Because all you mean can say John about the
Pay the audio me tie and maybe me tie audio. Enti ma me tie. Enti bona me tie maybe na ho no.
What's the tape no wait here.
Me say as
any tape no wait here.
that's my making. Producer, only tape no. Yes, on bona me tie bi.
I want bet 3 times.
Me tie so abo. Me ba homo.
Oh ya bo.
Me ba homo.
Oh ya bo bet 3.
E be obo ansa me ba homo.
Ya bo bet 3.
Abo wo ha yi kra abo.
O de to aso.
Eh, what sure.
To aso ni bi, to aso.
Me tie. Oh. So as I say, me the bona me tie. Bona me tie. Bona me tie because e be man tie ne.
I was not prepared to be president at that time, but nature skilled things in such a way that President Mills had to give way to John Mahama. Anything can happen. So, Nana, be ever prepared, like your motto says. Be ready. Anything can happen, and you can become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Yeah, Nana. So,
In the myriad of issues, you don't limit to only that. Anything can happen. Also, can be that the conclusion of the presidency.
Machi offer.
So why are you queuing only to
Conclusion does not bring in Atamos.
Yeah, the conclusion does not
bring Atamas.
And I'm gonna say Atamas na be example.
Yes, conclusion does not bring Atamas.
Ni nyina ko gina Atamas because
Atamas are president. Say Dr. Mahmoud Baba be president. He's prepared because he's taking over the job from his predecessor. Nana don't go for any time on over. So that's it. So he's preparing himself to take over the job. But see, I say, free Atamos said they are told no. Everything you see here. Then that means that's where I don't get it.
You say you are ye be. Say yes, me madam.
He made a preemptive statement. That preemptive statement is saying that anything can happen. So you don't jump only to Ataman's issue. You start from the preemptive statement that anything can happen.
But because the man himself Nankasa in a boy Ataman's.
Yeah, I know. But there's a preemptive statement say anything can happen, and he cited one example.
And that example is what we don't want it to happen.
You don't only skew to that.
That example not making
spread across.
Offer.
What
The example I'm making.
there now, person what I say, you're not being fair to the man.
Why?
You're not being fair.
One can make out. I'm not being fair to the man.
Statement is anything.
Say, I mean, Nana.
It's cut across.
Make me fast about to Nana so.
What I say?
As some Nana can, and I may mention yourself on America.
You are not an Abia.
Oh, how I bet you now? I'm a young man.
No. You are not the blood and king. If you are blood and king, you are attacking. So you can never be blood and king. You are more fair politicians. You are more fair. Asambane muda so to tune the blindly attacking anywhere anyhow. But I'm saying if it's not maybe, but the word is the preemptive statement. Anything can happen. Yes. So the end of the presidency.
Anything can happen.
No, after
the issue, no.
The word Atamus came after anything can happen.
No, anything can happen.
He said that he made mention Atamus. Then he said that again.
Yes.
Hey.
But this is indefensible. Don't defend. Don't try to defend.
I'm not defending. I'm only making the statement. Say you should be fair to the statement, but because there's a preemptory statement saying that anything can happen. So anything, there are myriad of issues.
So why do you decide? Then he
decided one. He gave only one example.
A man say,
oh, yeah, it's example. There was a president. I don't know. If he's only interested, if he's only interested in Atamir's death and Mahama death, you wouldn't have made the statement of anything can happen.
But who say of proud to anything can happen now? They call us no. Still now no emphasis on
yes
death of Professor Mills.
No, that's why I'm saying that he made the initial statement, then he came to that statement. So the statement is first one and
second one.
So we consider the two statements. But NB before, so the one that statement is not giving consideration. What I say, it's not fair.
It is not.
It's not, and the man has come to render apology.
That
and apology need your own can count. What I say, apology. All right. And in their own
police apology.
But apology when you dear more now sweaty. No sweaty. Young woman won't take dear
what the man can say as many what patch a while. Do you care?
Oh, maybe I must say John Draman Mama Busheni. Sanke Mebusheni, can maybe boost our questions to Professor Ahoy. Come a boost and some. But when you Busheni, also mention a chopper on contribute to that. Make Casaba. Make Casaba.
I don't know, starting from the chopper.
Oh, member. Uchi, I'm a Busheni, come I'll take him on. But you Busheni. I'll leave that for the family to decide. I'll leave that for the family to decide whether they will go to him and ask more further questions. That go to Hunya or cited that example. Fine. Na masamba ma na fifi atamos ebusa fonso membusa na say I don't know kwa na mo bra na efiri mu ana aso mo busa na efiri mu ana o mekire mu. Na apology no de aba no as to say enkofo na ekasa na we realize say asam no kan one can hear
ni kwa kwesi na ma na ho meti pa ba da wona so ya mo ni kwesi ni ama like that's what Bible to make
most apology comes into way either intuition or chastise.
Yes,
among for can now wotia obi abadwin man say
and I make an say make me
once people are chastising and it's coming from the chastity, it's not acceptable. Is it fair?
Okay. Make say mano form na make say o mano afom ntimo fa ncheme is different. Since me free akwa telefie na me go Facebook na de nango fu di matem na go college free no di matem.
Se bia se na o kan no ye ntimi anka ncho se twesai ba o ko trust na o
na make say nema mi no se me amedwo wo ade ma so me kan ma kan yi me baba je be pachew e different na se ngo fon so hye me se wo se me ba e be pachew a eno so e different
no some comfort do muntimi show ebi a omo so ka kire osa bi a dia
asema ka no anka ne ejiko pacho
na wo so wetie
tie obeka say asema ka no anka ne ejiko pacho
aha na wo so wetie ahwe asema me ka ma
na make a choose obu onu ma
what is wrong
ayen share say ko pacho obi timi pacho no obi eche no pa na yen fi na kum no pacho there's systems like that. Yes, because for paper for peace to prevail the man can say I'm sorry or I'm sorry. Just me there's instances I've said something and I still hold by that, but because of maybe a radio station, you know, anyway, you the materials and but maybe this is my stand. You understand? Yeah, these are the things that I want. So I say it's a papa pachawa. No men and akra be pachawa. Ghana for osiwa pachawa. I not from bro. But me so asem kaka be ka chebe na say o site example example abetimi ekwa benya tokuru afa wan de apie. But yes, example say what you say.
This is an unpada. These things happen. In society, this is happen.
Offer.
All I say, my yes, or me a machine or the machine go for Kumumana. Say in Fina Kumum. Go for a can.
But it's not wrong because a bit more high. A chopper will hurt me say. But do
you see that in Ahoy?
No.
The chopper did you see that? You see that is clearly that we been focusing. Nippon one for
remorse.
Yeah, clearly remorseful. And what part Chow say at the end uncle ye and all patch. But percent what is she say? A free nakumum, a free. Hey, what is wrong with that? Masati do this either by intuition or either by chassis. But then people have come out to show say when they are chastised, you know, Omo will say they are in error. Omo pachamana aye manipa diatu. Why is MPP not recognizing the apology? Who said that's not kind? Yeah. Can apology on can say move.
Okay,
all I say it's unfortunate. Don't do that. Yana who only the assess from who kuma de no amode on de na no na akamu de obi agu a oda fridge
kuma perspective about
what I say
perspective about
you know see do as one kind no if there's anything
they don't have any
what say or any best you do see the chairman poison akonu am here treating at the corner the chairman and one comedy
captain omunyina ni adanse
na dance e be here also gina ho na sabio untumi f
and obifia what you say
doctor remember young chronology of the issue ogina ho no ofi and ye dey go hospital and a doctor ah here no say e poison
then food poison.
But
food poison. Don't add the food. I poison. You dey go and the food poison there. And chance in bet menu no. And that way no moon chance. The chronology of
me say abetwe. Salad is you.
Wakatasu. Mo salad. Anu aka obi wu ye dey. Why dey? Wo so born aba.
Me ameti say salad. It's eche. Na we aboso na mekodi a me nya
papa
yes so
papa mo ko jonkuma fie ma njuma nu musu kura o
na no dey offer no dey
na me ba
me metu okra say yi ase me nidi ya ma me so okra me
no dey ya hu MPP for mo ko yi ase mo nu musu adidie
okay my empire last topic na na fie ma tie for mrem kakra just ended a friend say African games here course so when you akwa di akiri
yes me dem ko stadium kra
ko yi come
go hear me man match no
that's right
the final match was superb 90th minute na boys share go na
rough
yeah but one say everything I say no Ghana was like
all right so LOC opani odano no say culture of maintenance ya ye boteman ya ye legon ya ye niema bebe kwan ye befa so ebetimi maintain no niema Ghana ye was African games mu ye ja wo Ghana ha kwan ye befa so ebetimi maintain no ama etimi abaye kra behwede ama ye over even day
before I make call, maybe some can say administration of education. It may be a Ghana we undermine it. Say Kadi, director of education, the performance, distinction about Kadi for the first time. They want to change him. Why?
For what?
There are a lot of reasons. These are
powerful as well.
Undermine education. I'm surprised. LOC chairman is telling us how we can maintain this. Nejuma.
Say be after we
on the sports council omajuma. There's say any national games.
Yes.
They are supposed to organize national games, get sponsorship, get money. Say your students in intercolleges in Viasa. Young Kwalabi Omufia, Omwo other categories. Say it will shock you say. Some of your artisans, there are people who can run.
Yeah.
But you want film. LOC you should organize national games for us to identify talents and also get sponsorship so that all these stadia can be maintained. Yeah, ni ejad hosa enahwe na a very nkura and interference nkotre atekuba. Omu fan to put to good use. Yen come regional games. Yen kola na omu ni no mfie ni nyina yen form. There are talents that are bouncing Ghana. There are a lot of talents. Swimming near the Adina, young national games, regional games. You're limited, you're athleticism to academic. School from Kwan de Cotunica. What be that? Omamanko school, Omo Domina, Mamifuni, Omo can be. So that we can get the record breaking from other areas of the society. Now, yes, I competitive. When it becomes competitive, more sponsors will come. When more sponsors come, you get money to maintain.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in the chairman of LOC. But the statement, it should have come from him. Journalists been also
say you say so be maintaining the resources and everything will come from somewhere.
No. Abroche games no baby no mo one copper you. Say ya modum say chinchina was free. Who organize you games here now manfo who say attendance so Puma will come and sponsor. Because
na no aye bo African games me hwe entekwa ekuksu kumase. Na me hwe say the crowd dey good. Even compared to African games you crowd unya sa crowd no.
We don't go for sponsorship. You limit your sponsorship no you can say to around SA and kakra. We should go for international sponsorship. Your lawn tennis guys in Kwalabi on bond, Oko Boise and Kwalabi on bond lawn tennis pa, but we don't put them in competition. And when they are not competitive, there's no sponsors. Because sponsors no or per se, nipa ebe be hard there. Friend nipa mehwe. Ne be hard ne do one shot. Then the monies will come. Enti edum ra LOC omo keka omo. They should make our games competitive. They should go out for sponsorship. They should make sure that it's consistent and regular and involving the entire society. Cycling races in Bebrewa, Uko Abuchia, Obi-Wan Eduma or Yan, Nico Holland. There was one guy, maybe cycling or empty or son of cycling and you cycling. No, did you to no aquada or sponsors. And you do say or qua. Na tadi na nimni na chinyina ne sound bicycle ya painting one cycle near the and because he's regular and consistent in this training untino sa sponsors nyina no we brand ambassador yen kola bebre ho they should brand ambassadors for most of our things that we produce in Ghana. Sa BMW Kantanka mo they should have brand ambassadors across the country. San Kwalan one, it will help them in the education. Two, it will help them give them mentor other people. Kwalano mo area no, omehwe so de bia o training be say yesano tama yesano nye ompinifo bi o mo call long distance. Yesora na edu moti enwumre awia. So we don't waste our time in other things. We no money ni ade training no we call critic ni ade. So no let's not limit our
because say you school time near say obi a wanante nti ye boboy no say say no oba betwam wa so nante so
you become a mentor to the children
as many car cry na yenhwe we dey also go stadium ko hwe o hwe park no man say president so be Botiman Sports University ebebo ama che say ya che nipa de okay coach of maintenance say the work can say ni kwa say any second 280 a yewie ye no na afi okọ takrade a Africa na nkofo kura bo president kofo kura so bo say ni kwase go CBC wo na
I waste because we are not using it
mfaso bi any so na che say the kwa be faso yen ka akra na
me da say am say Yes, we be buying. What about we the citizen? You're near Chikromono. Here, me call stadium hono. Now, me continue a scoreboard and I say. Now, Okabrane atam. And they know the Bua Kunyan. Me call Busan say, no, say no. Always a Rosanna. Say, I won't know.
Oh dear.
I'm say, and media, but a media. It's answer a bicycle Canadian. Yadi. Now, taxpayers' money no. A young Canadian. At the year, you say now. Tax now by my GS or the crowd of phone. I was a sign this is Canadian. Every year, be. Tians Kroma for now, Timemufoni at Tikrumono. If you're able to take care of those facilities near Resuya and no other betche Amayang or mine. 10 also a year to the sports ministry. And your football kwan and your football kwan a sports okromase. And your football kwan. Sports be rebar on by year we and by year
Yeah. Categories.
I'm resting.
You understand? I'm resting. So my what is it? Or says guy, no sports presenter. I'll start the champion.
Yeah, I don't know.
I say and your child says Professor Braco.
I forget the name. Yeah.
I mean, says be here on your says be. Yeah. Or starting I'm resting. Yeah. And Ghana, you boost of goods. So if say Jane na yo kroma say hwe sanka krobia district bia be organize games our district level na ye competitive at least a man kwala intimi produce more people for Olympics games for all African games.
Okay.
So that say because at the end you're in abundance.
When you say Usain Bolt no only school
You
was out of school and no run.
So that say ebia Kumasi for any area Sunyane for games this month. I have one here. First Milo competition.
Yeah.
Milo competition they were playing in schools near the idea. So I say I didn't do only panel person or get active.
Okay.
Many sports yana students be reading at this school near the koi. As a wager mode koi. You understand?
Okay.
So
to scout.
They will scout you. You understand? They will scout you. It must stress. The sports ministry should not sit down and then watch a Black Star near the budget at Parliament, near the Jessica and Ongwa Dabi.
They can raise funds from
sports,
private
sports and your football. Sports and your football.
Okay.
Sabi wrestling. Kuma say we can. Yeah, so many sports we can do.
Okay.
And then Buko Marina hoy. That place all games they be why
yeah.
Because somebody
Yeah.
So as everybody will troop there to go and watch.
Okay, Abisian 0243 204059 0243 204059. If I offer now by your brain call, just
Sika bind their shares infrastructure my ye. Na ye be ho see making good use. Never bana said yeah. Then it is up to us as Ghanaians.
Okay.
Mr.
Officials in Yaduma. The officials are lazy on the job.
My info first
Sports Council
they are not working.
My info first caller. Hello, good evening.
Fine, sanitary to say.
Adumni ahwe yentime ho ye floor say na yentio.
Me did the old dog can go out.
Ga yentio.
Me pato mo say laptop no mo free access ana.
Ai.
Well, say SS student no 70% ewo 18-90 years old mo to aba. Enu nkira mo dey start ai dey. Every was said the baya. The Padodo Bato Ama and Pivineso, a catch of which said, Domama 24-hour economy. Here you to the idea to.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds with me, Eba, so you pick the other one, Nafi, and Trasso. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
If I show Frost and now can say for him, I ain't you.
Yes, politicians, and I don't know how you are picking up. To you, if I do a thing from a love, allow the put here a thing now. Then the other part,
NPP for you be that go with that for that. If it looks like you people are playing with our mind, so we should put it in. And some look good. You see, I'm small one. Not that good nature. You be that go with you. That's it. You're feeling out, and then you would have a bank.
Yɛda ase sɛ wo nso wotumi ɛba so 0243204059. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
But your first work as a free. Nana, me ho yɛ paa yɛnti o.
Na me sabi say researcher ayebia o fifisi obia obia se ana.
P.
Mr. Tuahoy aka asem. No kan ye na ete. Researcher na betra se amaye. Mr. Lemon say what na betra asem papa ne kan na se amaye. But all the same no. There be a meeting research or research again. I just want to know. Research and it and then so by chance and answer all research.
And so by chance, if
you want to be our research, now you win your job out. Research no yeah, but what every month.
Mati, yeah, that's it. Okay, you have a last call now. Yeah, see, okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
If I saw your first and I can say free, now into you.
But your film tell you when I'm going to see my movie. And Pacho, the person can say many I could do that question. Or make key statement says, or you end this in you, and can be a good end this. Now, person say, in first time in history, I'm another down for 5 or better president, and in Papa 8, no more, and then. Any less than about the court, what are the parliament at the actual Chineke, what's it will be the court? But IMF, our court, not drunk with father, or sign me for this by.
Yet I say, once with me a bass, so we see the best ever ha. Na Yamia Duma, which na Ebesanso Abedium, top 103.1, the final point you may do, and ye day as some, and then we na as many 1 minute will be.
Oh, America Sana Machia, yeah. For
okay.
Now, chair Honorable Kamara Bashir Mohammed from IMC Central Municipal Assembly.
Okay.
Now, Ghana for said there's a new group coming up. From Icons for Baumia.
Okay.
Icons for Baumia. We are taking over to make sure say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia about your president.
Let us say Kwabena Kwadwo